All right, how you guys doing? All right, it is currently December 23rd, Saturn's Day, at the hour of Saturn, and I'm looking into the table chart for today's energy overall. The 23rd, I've got a high number of mental energy for Virgo and Pisces, and I've been trying to utilize different charts to try to understand how the transits are working together. We still have the moon in Taurus. All right, Jupiter is currently in Taurus as well. So the moon and Jupiter working together is given overall and high ability to the Pisces energy. Jupiter rules over Pisces. And I mean, obviously, Pisces has a lot to do with the emotional state, right? So the energy of the moon, your emotions. All right, it's giving me where those two planets are working together. It's reflecting over as well to the Virgo energy in some way. All right, what's in Virgo right now? Juno is in Virgo, which is the asteroid of marriage and partnership. All right. What else do I have here? Mercury that transited back retrograde into Sag as well. Jupiter ruling over Sagittarius as well as Pisces could be significant. All right. Neptune is now direct. And we have Saturn still in Pisces as well. All right. Let's see what the transits are. All right, so the moon in Taurus is sextiled over to Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so a sextile is when two planetary transits are within 60 degrees apart. All right, so pretty close, working well together. Okay, moon in Taurus is in opposition to Venus in Scorpio. Right. So I don't know about so much on the emotional state today, right? The moon in Taurus could be focused more on like the home environment when it comes to the comfort of your home. All right. Be working on beautifying the home, getting ready for the holidays. The moon moves into Gemini tomorrow. Right, so lots of sociability happening. I mean, obviously it's going to be Christmas Eve, right? So I see why that's happening. All right, and then we had the moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus today as well. So wherever Taurus is in the chart, I mean, obviously it's going to cause some sort of changes or some sort of chaos in that area. Uranus is a weird planet. All right, let me roll these astro dice and stop talking so much. Okay, so I've got Gemini in the 7th. That is Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius. And then I got Uranus that came out. Alright. So, Gemini in the 7th. Again, it's still focusing in on like the 7th house. Relationships, partnerships, contracts. For Sagittarius, again, this could be something that you're doing. Foreign language you're learning. Spirituality. All right, whatever your belief system is, something's changing here. That's what Uranus is. It's change that's happening. All right, or just taking a risk, starting a new project. All right, Gemini energy, you could be communicating something out. You could be doing some sort of research project. All right, again, socializing, doing something on the media. All right, full moon in Aquarius and the energy of the full moon. I don't know, both of them purple. Giving me crown chakra. Show the world the real you. All right, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. All right, let's see what comes out. A win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra. cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. So Libra is a cardinal moon. Libra rules over the 7th house. All right, so the next cardinal moon that's going to be happening is going to be that full moon in Cancer. But why did the full moon in Libra come up? I don't know. We'll see. All right, I have my Astro Oracle here. Let's see what comes out. Lots of crazy transits happening at the end of this month, too. We got Chiron going direct. All right, on the 26th with that full moon in Cancer. On the 29th, we got Venus entering Sagittarius. We got Jupiter in direct in Taurus on the 30th. And then we go Mercury direct on the 1st of January. So lots of transits still changing quickly. All right, lots of transits changing quickly. Anything else I didn't mention? Full moon in Cancer, I mentioned. Chiron direct, Venus in Sag, Jupiter direct, and Mercury direct. Okay, so I said everything. All right. This is all end of the year. All right, before we hit our New Year's. Today is the 2323 portal. I have a reading out for that specifically on the information I was getting just yesterday's reading. All right, so the full moon in Libra. And I believe that comes up in Aries season. Okay, so springtime. Nothing? Okay. Down at the bottom of the deck, Midhaven. All right, so maybe you have a Libra Midhaven. What came out with Midhaven was dignified, strength. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's pretty bright. All right, so strength. I feel like Libra is a very tough position to have in the 10th house. The 10th house is the Midhaven, by the way. All right. I mean, it is, if Libra is in your Midhaven, then it sits in a cardinal house. So it may work well. All right. But the fact that that specific house is the house of an earth element is calling for practicality. All right. Libra is an air sign. Libra uses the energy of intellect. All right. This could work out really well if you work in the justice system, obviously, pertaining to law enforcement. Obviously, 10th house energy has a lot to do with government. All right. Structured organizations, things like that. So this could definitely work out well. All right. It says be bold and make the first move, which is cardinal moon energy. So that full moon in Cancer could be very significant overall. This upcoming Tuesday on Mars's day. All right. That's just kind of what I'm getting from that energy so far. I'm going to pull from my Moonology manifestation deck. Let's see what comes out here. I have a series of oracles that I go through before I get started with my tarot. It's been helping me out overall with my readings. But yeah, that's what I'm getting so far with a full moon in Libra, cardinal moon energy, dignified strength, and Midhaven. It's giving me, if you have a Libra Midhaven, all right, it's time for you to start making some sort of move here within your career, right? And it has a lot to do with you being in a position of authority, having some sort of power, all right? Again, this could have to do something with a contract, all right? I'm seeing Gemini in the 7th. Gemini in the 7th is basically like Venus in Gemini is what it is, right? 7th house is ruled by Venus. So Venus and Gemini, Venus, so you could be doing something creative, all right? Pertaining to communication, all right? Gemini's energy is also like transportation. All right. local community type of thing. Again, it's giving me like government, official. All right. But again, it's for Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules over the 9th house, and it is spirituality. All right. Having associations with foreign people. It's giving me overall like higher knowledge. All right. Things like that. First quarter moon in Taurus, release control. That's funny. All right. First quarter moon in Taurus happens when the sun is in Aquarius. All right. So Aquarius season could be significant. I'll give you guys facts here. Facts. First quarter moon in Taurus, February 16th. All right. February 16th is going to be on a it's on Venus's day. That's interesting. So the same energy that's happening right now, right, with the moon in Taurus heading into Gemini, the same energy, moon in Taurus heading into Gemini on February 16th. All right, for that first quarter moon in Taurus. Very significant. And that happens again on Venus's day. All right, the reading I did yesterday was on Venus's day as well. Moon was in Taurus. Okay. What's happening that day? Oh, geez. You got Mercury squaring over to Uranus. Where is Mercury going to be at that time, though? Mercury will be in Aquarius. So Mercury in Aquarius is squaring over to Uranus and Taurus could be very significant. Just is what I'm getting. On the bottom of the deck here in Stain, I have the full moon in Libra that came out with this energy. With Taurus's energy, okay? And that's what also came out in my other moonology deck. Full moon in Libra, very significant. And again, that happens in Aries season. All right, so I believe, pull a date. It's got to be April something. Full moon in Libra, where are you? Okay, March 25th. It's a lunar eclipse. Okay. March 25th, lunar eclipse. For that full moon in Libra. All right, but something pertaining to February 16th. All right, and the energy overall with Uranus is causing some sort of change. Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius, it's something that's original, all right, innovative, utilizes the energy of your intellect, all right. It does require for you to really detach, okay. Well, I don't want to say detach, but it's an independent type of work, is what I'm saying. It's a very independent type of work. And okay, I see Uranus is here. Uranus is the planet of change, right? So something's changing. Something's coming up that's changing. All right. Here's my messages from the mermaids, and I'll pull from the soul journey as well, and I'll get started with tarot real quick. That's insane. The reason that I like tarot, guys, is because working with astrology and tarot, it kind of gives me an overall general idea of what's to come up, the type of energies we're going to be dealing with throughout those transits, the difficult times that are meant to come up. So again, wherever Taurus falls in your chart, obviously Uranus is in Taurus, Jupiter will be direct by then, Uranus will be direct by then with these dates that I have coming up here. So something pertaining to Gemini's energy in the 7th house has to do with a partnership, a relationship, all right? And this could even include like siblings, and it could be, you know, cousins or anything pertaining to what Gemini rules over. All right, Gemini rules over the energy of the hands. All right, Gemini does a lot of studying. All right, it's just overall like so many different things that could possibly come up, but I'm just giving you guys ideas of what the message here is trying to say. So something about having a dignified energy right now in your midheaven, which is your 10th house. It's the house of the career, right? Being bold and making the first move, cardinal moon energy, and within, you know, a cardinal house, 10th house, it's speaking of, like, again, government organizations, rule following. It's saying, you know, you're a position of authority or a person of a position of authority. You could be involved in some sort of structured organization. It's saying here a win-win is outcome is forecasted. And then find a balance with 2 full moon and Libra energies coming out. So something pertaining to that lunar eclipse that's happening on March 25th. But the dates when I looked them up and what's very significant overall to these transits, February 16th, very significant, where Mercury will be in Aquarius, squaring over to Uranus, which came out on my astro dice in Taurus. So fixed energy, opposing the energy of cardinal energy. Weird, because we'll be coming out of a cardinal moon cycle. All right, once this, okay, let me explain. Full moon in Cancer happens December 26th, which is in the next, 3 days, right? Then we go into the first quarter moon in Libra, all right? And then we'll experience, the last quarter moon in Libra. And then we'll experience the new moon in Capricorn. And then we'll move into the first quarter moon in, what is it? I can't think right now. In Aries. All right, so all cardinal energy, once that transit's over, will already be like in the middle of January. So by the time the fixed cycle starts with the full moon in Leo, this is where we'll start experiencing all this energy. I explained in my other reading how the transits work throughout when the solstice changes and the equinox changes, and throughout the year, the seasons that we go through. There's 3 energies that we have to go through within these moon cycles. There's a cardinal moon cycle, there is a fixed moon cycle, and a mutable moon cycle. All right, so within those cycles and the transits that are retrograde and direct at the time, and depending on what sign they're in, it reflects the overall energy of where our manifestations are happening. All right, so pertaining to where your chart is, this is what's going to be affecting. Apparently, I'm reading for Sagittarius at this time. Sun, moon, or rising, or Sagittarius, and wherever that falls within your chart. But Uranus being here very significant, and Gemini's energy, okay? So it's giving me relationships with 7th house is what it's saying, all right? Libra energy coming out twice here, rules over the 7th house. So very significant overall. For me, it's giving me a relationship or a partnership and within your career, because I have midheaven here. All right, so interesting, because the first quarter moon in Taurus is asking for you to release control, where you have some sort of dignified strength right now within your midheaven, which is a house of control. It's Capricorn's house, right? Let's see what the message is here. This is why I like using oracles first, is because it kind of gives me a general idea of how to explain these transits coming up to you guys, and not just how the predictions or if I'm making things up that come out of the tarot. I want to explain the transits first and what it's trying to say. All right, so if you guys don't like it, or if you can't understand it, I don't know what other way to explain it. All right, you need to make a bold move on something here. All right, you need to try to release control. And again, I'm seeing Taurus and Libra here. This has to do with Venus. It's the energy of love. All right. And it looks like the messages of the mermaids don't want anything here. And I said I didn't want to pick anything out. I want Spirit to come through with the message overall. All right. There it goes. Yeah. All right, so blessings. And then acceptance is what came out on the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry if my words are all screwed up too. I mean, I can't seem to talk straight lately. All right, so there's some sort of blessings coming through for you here. I'm seeing Libra, Taurus. All right, something about cardinal moon energy, because that's the cycle that we're stepping into here with that full moon in Cancer coming up. All right. Soul's journey. You're going to be accepting some sort of blessing, is what I'm seeing. right, what is it? I don't know. There we go. All right, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Loneliness, know that you are never alone. I was getting in my reading that the upcoming 2 months, all right, for the overall energy is going to be very slimmed down, where you're going to be spending a lot of time alone, harboring in on your personal energy. All right, and I feel it's because that is winter solstice energy, is where you're supposed to retreat. All right, save all your energy for this upcoming spring season, is what it was giving me overall. All right, so heavy on the purple here. I saw the, what was it? The moon in Aquarius earlier. All right, show the world the real you. So maybe this is a specific project that you're working on pertaining to Gemini's energy. You could be communicating something out. All right, whatever this is. It could be working overall with the energies of Libra and Taurus. Remember, back in October, those were the 2 eclipses that we experienced. All right, and these next eclipses coming up are going to be in Aries and in Libra as well. All right, coming up in the spring season. Okay, so North and South nodes are where those energies are sitting right now as well. All right, so you could be working on something that you're persevering at. All right, whatever this is a blessing to you. You've accepted that. All right, you find some sort of balance in this. All right, and it's asking for you to continue to be bold and make that first move. All right, because whatever it is, there's going to be an outcome that is forecasted here. This is a very dignified strength for whatever it is that you do in your career. And again, I said Libra in the Midhaven area, it could be pertaining to having a position of authority. All right, you could be involved in the government or some sort of structured organization. There's a lot of strictness to the overall energy. All right, but whatever it is, if I'm looking at Saturn's energy, which rules at the 10th house, and Libra coming out, Saturn and Libra, it speaks of you being devoted, all right, to whatever this is. All right, when I see loneliness, this could be you pertaining to tuning into the energy of your spirituality. If you are tuning in and doing spiritual work, it requires for you to be in isolation and in solitude. All right, so I feel that that's where you find your strength overall. All right, so the full moon in Cancer could be very significant. Something's going to be illuminated when it comes to a personal issue of yours. All right, it rules over the 4th house, so anything pertaining to your home environment, to your overall inner state, meaning like your emotional state. All right, could be very significant. And this cardinal energy coming up is going to be asking you to continue taking action and pushing through, even though right now is a time to really settle down and harbor in your energy. All right, so there's other ways instead of you taking physical action, and I feel that that's why I needed to pull that energy up. Instead of you taking physical action, it's right now, how can you utilize the energy of your emotions and your mental state to continue to drive forward? Because it's winter, right? It's cold outside. A lot of people don't want to go outside and do things. So instead of doing that, it's like continuing on with the blessings that you are being presented at this time. All right. I feel like the energy is definitely still gaining momentum at this time. All right. Or whatever you're working on, that energy will start gaining momentum when that first quarter moon happens in Taurus. All right. If it's a specific creative project, Taurus rules over the 2nd house, right? If it's pertaining to you trying to find a balance within how you gain your finances, because the 2nd house is ruled by Taurus as well. All right, it's saying like release control of how it's coming in and focus on what you have going on right now. All right, because either way you look at it, you're still winning is what I see. All right, you know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Persevere on that. That's what I'm getting. All right, let me just get a good shuffle out of my Light Seers tarot deck here. Whew. I feel like I overall make it 10 times more difficult to understand, but for me, this is how I work my astrology. All right, so in order for me to teach you guys, I can only teach with how I know I taught myself. All right, I didn't go to school for astrology. I learned on my own, and I learned through experience of doing readings. All right, I was shown different things, and that's just how I remember it. All right, so I utilize whatever I have here, all the tools that are provided to me online for me to understand the overall energy, and that's moon cycles, eclipses, transits, all right, overall energies of the day. I try not to make up my readings because a lot of people tend to do that, right? Or everybody has their own way of reading, and I want mine to be very efficient and according to the overall transits that are currently happening, all right, and things to expect that are coming up for us here, all right, in the near future. Sometimes I can speak about the past, especially when it comes to the eclipses, because they take over about 6 months to come to fruition, all right? So, again, think about like Taurus's energy, Jupiter and Uranus, both retrograde there. We had an eclipse there, okay? It's been real heavy on that Taurus energy lately. And it has a lot to do with your creativity, your finances, right? How you make, save, and spend your money. It's crazy. I feel like Aquariuses have it the worst because they have Saturn and Neptune in their second house, which is ruled by Taurus. All right. And then a lot of changes happening pertaining to where Taurus lies in their chart, which is in the 4th house of home. All right. So, yeah. Lots of transitions happening for my fixed signs overall. All right, let's move into what this dignified strength energy is here with the midheaven. All right, let's look at that. All right. You've invested in something that you wanted to see come to fruition within a manifestation here. It's taking some time to come together though. All right. I see 7 of Pentacles, the Magician, and 9 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is Saturn and Taurus. This could call for you having some sort of, or being presented with opportunities where you have a large financial commitment there, okay, pertaining to your career. Midheaven is all about 10th house energy. All right. It's taken some time to come together because I feel it's like it's still in manifestation. 7 of Pentacles just says that you've invested your time, your energy, your resources wisely, all right, in this manifestation. And it's going to take some work, some devotion, and some overall practical energy in order for you to get there. All right, down at the bottom of the deck here, I have the 5 of Wands. You could have dealt with some sort of challenges here and whatever this is, especially if it's something new to you. All right. Some difficulties on the road trying to get there. All right. But this energy is Saturn and Leo, and Saturn calls for, again, structure for whatever this creative project is. All right. Leo's energy rules the 5th house. It's all about self-expression, creativity, what it brings you joy, happiness, and contentment. All right. So it could be some sort of generous work that you're doing, putting out there, but you're having a hard time getting there. All right. Maybe it's that you need to get people on the path that you're on. But I feel like dignified strength, whatever you're doing, it's great. It's saying you made the first move here. A win-win outcome is forecasted. All right. Full moon in Libra. All right. Let's go for this cardinal moon energy. This Libra energy. What's this all about? Who has Libra in the 10th house? And this could be also in your natal chart. I'm just overall speaking collectively. All right. Libra in the 10th house is going to be Capricorn's energy. Okay. So here we have Mercury bouncing in between Sagittarius and Capricorn's energy, right? That could be very significant to why I'm seeing Gemini's energy here. All right. So Libra in the 10th house could be for Capricorn energy. Whoa. Yeah. Spirit says, whoa, yes. All right. Jupiter in Leo. All right. What's on the bottom there? King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Why the 6 of Wands here? And I feel like that's why it's saying win-win outcome is forecasted. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Look. Here we have Virgo and Pisces. What did I say in the very beginning of the reading? That I've seen a high number of Mercury and Mercury, which rules over Virgo, right? But Pisces as well, the opposition of these two signs being at a high of 14 with their intellect. And I feel like it's because of, it's like a victory there because of Mercury's energy bouncing in between Sag and Capricorn. You know why? Sag and Capricorn, it's a lot of coming out of the ninth house with all of the higher knowledge, the spirituality, the knowledge about your belief system, philosophy, whatever it is. You learning some sort of foreign language even. All right. And stepping into the following house, the 10th house, of taking action towards building this career with this energy. Whatever it is has to do with you going within. I said you're going to spend a lot of solitude, all right, or time in solitude and in isolation in order for you to tune into what? Your emotional state, right? And the emotional state, Pisces energy, is the creativity within your imagination. And that's where your victory is. All right. So Capricorn's energy, very significant here, or the sun being in Capricorn is putting an emphasis on this overall energy. Okay. What else is in Capricorn right now? Pluto. It's causing some sort of transformation there. All right. And the way that the planets are working together. It's insane. So Pluto moves into Aquarius. I did say that the first quarter moon in Taurus happens while Mercury is then in Aquarius, right? So let's see what happens then. All right. I feel like it's transiting over to the way that I'm looking at it here, where on this deck it came out with the full moon in Libra with a win-win outcome is forecasted. And I feel that that has a lot to do with your 6th and your 12th houses. All right. Overall energy for Virgo and Pisces. And then when I see this full moon in Libra, it came out with the first quarter moon in Taurus, which happens there on in February with that fixed moon cycle. So again, we go from cardinal moon to fixed moon. Let's see what's happening here with the release and control. Yeah, you're definitely trying to hold on to something a little too tight. Sun and Capricorn energy there. All right. And what you're trying to hold on to is control. You need to find balance. And when I look at the Libra energy, it speaks about balance within the masculine and feminine. All right. Or within self in your relationship as well. Because remember, we said something about Aries and Libra energy. First house, 7th house. It's the house of self and the house of relationships. All right. So who's trying to remain in control right now? You need to release that control. By the time February 5th, did I say, happens, that first quarter moon in Taurus. No, the 16th. All right. February 5th is when Mercury enters Aquarius. All right. Something's going to happen. I feel like something's going to change. There's going to be some sort of like quick-wittedness to the overall energy is what the Knight of Swords speaks about. All right. And again, on the 16th, someone could be mad at each other, all right, with Mercury and Aquarius squaring over to Uranus and Taurus. I'm telling you. And again, oh gosh, it's insane. That's what it is. Somebody's trying to remain in control here and not accepting changes that are happening pertaining to this Taurus energy. Again, Mercury and Aquarius's energy is so fast, right? Like, it's like your mind could be rapidly coming in with so many different ideas and like you don't know what to do with it. So it could be feeling a little bit intense, but there could be good changes coming in here. Good changes. All right. So try not to hold on too tight if changes are trying to happen and you're being stubborn. Taurus's energy is very stubborn. It's a fixed sign. All right. 5 of Cups. This card is the energy of Mars and Scorpio. So then here, when I see Scorpio's energy coming out, it's giving me the opposition of, what is it? The Taurus and Scorpio axis. All right. So while we're going to be having the moon in Taurus squaring over, not squaring over to the Uranus in Taurus and that moon in Taurus squaring over to Mercury and Aquarius's energy here. This could be very significant to a transit that's happening in Scorpio, and something's telling me think about Palace in Scorpio. I don't know if Palace has switched over just yet, but Palace is, okay, yeah, it will. February 6th, it will be in Sagittarius. All right, so Palace being in the energy of Sagittarius, Palace is the wisdom and knowledge is what it is. All right, Palace is the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge. All right, so here we're going to be touching base with the overall energies of what? Your spirituality. All right, ninth house energy, Sagittarius' energy. Give me 1 second, guys. I just want to look this up real quick. Yeah, thank you. All right, so Palace, asteroid of wisdom and knowledge, will be in Sagittarius. All right, where is that going to be picking up? All of the higher knowledge, all of the fast moving energies when it comes into your belief systems, right? Your spirituality. I feel that the Five of Cups is not saying that you lost out on anything. What the Five of Cups is, Mars and Scorpio's energy, it's a phenomenal achievement, all right, of transformation is what it is. So try to release the control of this energy here, all right? Because during that time, let's see, that'll be the February 16th, the third decan of Aquarius season at that time. This is speaking of the Sun and Capricorn's energy. So Capricorn's energy is going to be done by the middle of January. So here we have a whole month to start accepting all of the transits that are happening. Acceptance. All right, the blessings that are coming in for you. That's what it's saying. You're going to go through some sort of phenomenal achievement with whatever this is. Again, the focus on the cardinal energy here within the 10th house, this Libra energy, it's going to balance out your 6th and your 12th houses. What you do for work, all right, you being of service to others, opposing the energy of utilizing your emotions, your imagination, in order for you to bring things into manifestation. Because that's what you're doing here. You've invested already in something to manifest. It's just taking its time to come together. Because I feel like the dignified strength needs to be there with the overall transits that they are working with. Okay? I mean, I don't know how else to say it. There's blessings coming in. It's because you're persevering on whatever you're working on here. I see Mercury in Cancer. All right? Mercury in Cancer for me is you doing some sort of studies or intellectual pursuits pertaining to a specific project that you're doing from home. Okay? You're working with some sort of kindred spirits here, coming in together with people who share like-minded ideas, right? All right, what are these blessings about? What are these blessings about? So Mars in Scorpio is in its domicile energy there. It means it's working at its maximum strength. All right. And I feel Sun in Capricorn can feel a little bit restrictive. All right. But then you have this energy of like Aquarius coming through and saying, we can do this. Like, let's push through, right? Knight of Swords energy. Like, you're smart. You can, you know, gather all the information that you need. All right. Let's utilize these transits in a very good way. All right. So Mercury in Aquarius squaring over to that Uranus and Taurus. All right, changing the ways that, again, pertaining to Taurus's energy, creativity, finances. All right, making, saving, and how we're spending our money. All right, even the amount of time, because Uranus rules over time, right? I mean, time is not a factor, not on the universal's time, but technically, yes, it is. Time is money, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you utilize your time in making the most efficient way for you to make, save, and spend your money? Anyway, blessings and acceptance is what came out from Messages of the Mermaids. What's this? All right, I have Star card. All right, so it's definitely some sort of wish fulfillment, something that you've had faith in. All right, it's a blessing. That's the way I look at it. It's a blessing. The Moon. Wow. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at this. The way it came out, though, I'm shuffling out of the deck. The star, the moon, and the sun. The 17th major arcana, the 18th major arcana, and the 19th major arcana. This is giving me overall astrology. The stars, the moons, and the energy of the sun. You've been blessed with the ability to learn how to do this. I got Aquarius, I got Cancer, and I got Leo here. Shut up. The way that I just thought about it was full moon in Cancer. We step into Aquarius season, and then we get that full moon in Leo. So didn't I say something about coming out of cardinal energy and moving then into that full moon in Leo, which is the fixed energy within the moon cycles? But again, this is giving me overall astrology work right here. And the way it came out was like boom, boom, boom. All right. I mean, listen, I don't make this stuff up. You guys seen what I was doing. All right. So accept this blessing that's coming in here. 3 major arcanas in a row. That's giving me astrology work right there. All right. Now, it says, I know that I am never alone, and I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So loneliness and perseverance. It's because within these next 2 months, and I feel when January comes in, February comes in, you will be isolated. You will be working hard. You will be extra focused. But in the long term, and again, long term is where we started here with the energy of the midhaven, 10th house energy. We're in Capricorn season, right? I feel that you are currently investing in something and manifesting. By the time this energy comes in for spring season, whatever, if you're working astrology, you're lit. That's all I know. All right, you're lit. Jupiter in Libra, you're learning a new language. The new language is astrology. You're learning the language of astrology is what it's saying. All right. Four of Swords, that is Jupiter and Libra. The card specifically speaks about needing rest and rejuvenation, but I feel that you've worked so hard for this. All right. You've been putting in so much hard work, and it requires detail. It requires for you to be analytical. It requires for you to be organized. I mean, within your mental state though, right? That's why I feel like maybe rest is going to be very significant for you. All right. Because this is a lot of mental work that you're doing. This requires for you to be organized within your thoughts. All right. And then I'm seeing the moon in Sagittarius. The moon in Sagittarius, it's the energy of travel for me, right? Discovery. It is freedom and adventure. Anytime I think of Sagittarius's energy within travel, right? It requires, again, like an astral traveling. You have to be in isolation completely for you to even be able to tune into the energy, right? Okay. I'm just blown away by this whole overall, the way that came out. It's insane. Like right under blessings. And I feel that astrology, learning the language of it, it is a blessing. When you can truly understand the energy of the moon, the stars, as well as where the sun lies in the chart, according to all of the transits that are happening and how it can affect the overall energy for the collective. Insane, right? I hope one day I could do personal readings for people's charts. I've tried to do my own. It's really hard to understand it when I'm reading collectively for others. And I feel like, let me start here. But I have been working on my own natal chart and understanding how the compatibilities work, right? Synastry regarding to specific people that I'm around. I tend to do it more so with like my children and things like that because I have their charts. But just overall being able to understand astrology, all right, and the basics, your ascendant, your moon, your rising, where, you know, you have the most strength within your chart. All right. If you have more cardinal energy, if you have more mutable energy or fixed energy within your chart. And then you got to remember there's 4 different signs here. We have our 4 different elements. So we have like the air, fire, we have earth and water. All right. So the way those energies work all right, within your natal chart and opposing the current transits that are happening. You can even utilize synastry in that way, all right? Just overall giving you guys an idea of what I'm working on within this upcoming year. All right, it's been really exciting for me, and a lot of people think that I just use tarot as trying to, you know, pry out someone's secrets. It's not that. It's just collectively of what's coming up. All right, and I feel like Spirit's guided me on my journey here, and it's helping me heal, and it's helping me stay focused, and I've made major changes in my life, and understanding the transits and why things are happening to me helps out with what I see coming in the near future. All right, so one more card here. Wow, the Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles. I feel Jupiter Jupiter in Capricorn. I have 6 planets in Capricorn, so it puts me in a major position of authority. All right, someone that just shows that I'm really responsible. All right, it just gives me an overall position of being in control of what I want to see in my future and what it's meant to look like. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. All right, Knight of Wands, have fun with the energy, right? This is the representation of the current decan that we're in right now. All right, so again, something about remaining balanced is very important. Being adaptable to the changes that are happening. All right, and being in the energy of accepting that you need to take the initiation to push forward with the following project and the following project. All right, so from the Two of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn's energy is saying, hey, you have a position of control right now. The Three of Pentacles comes, which is Mars in Capricorn, and that's going to be happening on January 4th. It's going to say, okay, now you need to start taking action in whatever you feel that you have control over. Okay, when the sun hits Capricorn, that fourth decan, I feel that this is what we're going to be experiencing. You trying to overly have control and hold on tight. You have to start accepting the changes that happen throughout all of these cycles, because once Capricorn season is done, what happens? We start dealing with the energy of the Five of Swords, which is the first decan in Aquarius season, and it speaks all about mental conflict. You're overdoing it because you're trying to have control over too many things, right? That's just the way that it works. And this is a repeated cycle every single year, but with different transits happening. All right, so utilizing Pluto's energy is going to be very significant, especially because it's getting ready to transit over into Aquarius. All right, so utilize your energy of control and structure, all right, the authority that you have behind your ambition for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here in a very significant, positive way. All right, so if you're working on astrology, because that's the message I got from this, all right, you're on the right path. All right. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm leaving the reading there. I had fun with this. I hope you did too. All right, hit the like button. Leave a comment if you want. I love you.